Okay, let's talk about credit because one of the things that we're paying attention to on a national level is consumer price index, how much debt do people have? And this is something that's going to drive up inflation because if people continue to spend, right, then that would drive up inflation. So, what are some tips for you to help your credit in this crazy little environment? So, three main things that you can do for your credit. Now, I'm not going to say the obvious things like pay your bills on time. I really hope that that's an obvious statement that we don't need to turn to. What I'm going to talk to you about is balance to limit ratio and the amount of data available. So balance to limit ratio is the biggest thing outside of payment history that you can really control. Now, balance is how much you owe, and limit is the limit to which you can borrow, and the ratio is the relationship between the two. So if you have a $10,000 limit on your credit card and you've spent fives, then you've spent 50%. That is a different rating than if you spent 25 or 19. 19 to 25 is the sweet spot, right? So once you go over 50 and you go to that 75 or 100, or gosh forbid that you're over that limit, your credit score will be down. So if you're saying, Austin, but how do I get over when I'm working on getting my balances down, but I'm just going to owe this 5,000 for a while? What I would tell you to do is increase your limit. Just don't spend any more than that. If you increase your limit, it's that balance to limit ratio. So that's number one. Number two is keeping data open. Keeping data open. If you're that person that you only use 2 credit cards and you've closed every other credit card, even if you've had a history of 10 years of credit card management, but you only have 2 open, you really only have 2 that are providing that information. My advice is to keep at least 4 and spend on them somewhat frequently. Maybe this is your Netflix. Maybe this is your Amazon account. Maybe this is your Spotify account. Maybe this is your gym membership, right? Where they've got these recurring events that you can handle from a transaction standpoint. And the last but not least is to make sure that if you are co-signing for anybody else, you pay attention to that debt, right? Are they using over and above, right? Are they making their payments on time? Do you even need to still be on that? We see a lot of situations where folks are on these credit cards that their parents added them as authorized users when they were going off to college, and now the kids are in their 50s and they're still on it. And I'm like, so you might want to talk to your mom about that because her credit spending is impacting you. So making sure that balance to limit ratio is good, making sure that we do have significant data, right? That we're not just shutting things down as we don't use those cards anymore, and making sure that if we have co-signed anything that we're checking in on how that's important. Let me know what I can do to help you or anyone else. It's Austin at Homeowners Financial. Make it a great day.